Hi guys, it's Miss Horn again, coming to you from Meadowview Elementary. Today we are going to go over lesson 16, independent practice. Remember, you should have completed this on your own before watching this video. So if you haven't, please pause it and let's you go do those problems real quick before we go over them together, okay? Alright, let's get started. Alright guys, again, we're still working on measurement. We're doing our independent practice here, okay? So it says solve the problems, okay? It says Leah wants to measure the length of her calculator in centimeters. Which tool could she use? Circle all the correct answers. Remember guys, we've talked about this. When it says circle all the correct answers, keyword circle all, that's to let you know that there is more than one possible right answer. Okay, so again, let's read the question one more time. It says Leah wants to measure the length of her calculator in centimeters. Which tool could she use? Circle all the correct answers. Well, how about our ruler? Has inches and centimeters. You think she could use that to measure a calculator? Okay, I think so. How about a yardstick? Remember, a yardstick is very long, very large. Calculators a little smaller. What do you think? I'm not sure about that. So let's move on to the next one and look at our other possible answers. Okay, and have we talked about a yardstick yet? Keep that in mind also. Right? So let's move on to C, a meter stick. Could we use a meter stick to measure our calculator? Does meters come from centimeters? Yes, they do. So we could use a meter stick. How about a tape measure? Remember this little stretchy thing here? Okay, look at our little side here. Could we use a tape measure to measure a calculator? Yes, we could. It has centimeters on it. So think about this. What is one thing that a ruler, a meter stick, and a tape measure have all in common? They all have centimeters as a unit of measurement. A yardstick doesn't. It goes back to that standard unit of measurement. So that's why we couldn't use a yardstick to measure, because it's asking for centimeters here. Okay. Number 2. What is the length of the worm in inches? Circle the correct answer. Well, what is the first thing you should look at? Because we always talk about it should always line up with the 0. Does it correctly line up with the 0? Yes, it does. Alright, so now let's look and see how many inches it is. We've got 1, 2. So A would be your correct answer for number 2. Right? Let's look at number 3. It says Ruby measured each line in centimeters. She wrote the length of each line next to it. Did she measure it correctly? Choose yes or no for each length. Alright, so we're going to be using our ruler again that was in your packet. We're going to look and make sure that we're using the correct side of the ruler. We're looking for cm, the abbreviation for centimeters, because that's what it asks to be measured in. So we're going to practice what we learned earlier in the lesson about lining up with our 0. Okay, so please make sure this one doesn't have a 0, but that first line under it with cm is a 0, imaginary 0 there. Okay, it goes from this line to this one, which is 1. All right, so we're going to line it up here. Okay, from the way it looks to me, that end line is right there about on the 7. So I would say that this line is 7 centimeters. Let's look at their answer there. 5. Does that match what we got from measuring? No, it does not. So we would circle no for A. Okay, let's look at B again. Make sure you're lining up the ruler properly and correctly, that it's on the 0. Alright. So there again, it's on 0. We look here at the end. It looks like it's stopping right on 3 centimeters. And that's what she has written also. So yes, this would be correct. Okay, let's look at number C. Again, line up your ruler properly. Okay. It looks like it's stopping on 2 centimeters. And that's what Ruby also said. So this one is also correct. Okay, let's look at D. Let's make sure we're lining up, matching our lines. Okay, and here it stops. That imaginary line there, almost exactly on the 4. And Ruby also said that this line was 4 centimeters. So yes, that one is correct. Okay, look over to your next page. Page 169. Let's look at number 4. Marcus says the length of the stick is 6 centimeters. What did Marcus do wrong? Circle the correct answer. Okay? So here it just says circle the. That means there is only one of these choices that are correct. Right? So look at his ruler. Do you see something? I see something. So let's read through these answers and see if we came up with the same answer. A. He measured in inches. Well, is that correct? No, because right here it says on the ruler centimeters. So you can mark that one off. That can't possibly be an answer. B. He used the wrong side of the ruler. Did he use the wrong side? Because it says centimeters here in the question. So that possibly can't be. C. He didn't line up one end of the stick at 0. Let's look at that picture. Does that match what the picture's showing? Yes, it does. Because he started at 1 instead of at the 0. So this is the correct answer, C. Okay, number 5. Kayla started to draw a rectangle that is 4 inches long. Complete Kayla's rectangle to make it the correct length. Okay, you're going to be using this ruler again, right here, and it says inches. So this says centimeters. We need to flip our ruler around to the other end, the other side, right? We still need to line it up with the 0. She started her picture, but she didn't finish it. So we're going to finish it for her, right? Line it up with 0, right? And we need to look where the 4 is. I always like to make a little mark here. And then we just finish the line out till 4. Okay? Number 6. Oh yeah, Miss Warren forgot. We got to finish drawing her rectangle. There you are. Not perfect. Could have used my ruler, but I didn't. Alright, number 6. Brian wants to measure the length of his bed in centimeters. He says the best tool to use is a ruler. Do you agree? Why or why not? Okay? Well, think about a bed. Is the bed short like this, or is it really long to fit us when we're laying down sleeping? Okay? And then think about the unit of measurement he's talking about. He's talking about centimeters. Are they big, or are they kind of small compared to inches? centimeters are kind of a smaller unit of measurement. So do you think measuring his bed in centimeters with a ruler would be the very best, most efficient way to measure? No, I do not agree. So I'm going to write I don't agree. And I'm going to put because it asks you to explain why or why not. I don't agree because centimeters are a smaller unit of measurement. Alright? So what would possibly, if you want to measure in centimeters, well, centimeters are in what we talked about earlier this week in meters. So what would be the best unit of measurement first? Centimeters are small. Okay? But meters are larger. So, what a tool that we talked about would be a good tool to use? Okay? We could use our tape measure. Okay? For one, it's flexible. And two, it shows meters. We could use a tape measure. So, I would use a tape measure. And a lot of you'll see tape measures in different forms. Some of you, if you have parents that do woodwork or carpentry, you'll see it metal and it rolls out. But they're the same thing. Okay? Right? So, thank you for joining us today for a review of Lesson 16. Just remember, guys, if you're not sure about something, go back and rewatch the videos if you're not certain. Okay? Because what I want you to do next is I want you to take the test for Lesson 16. So it would be a good idea to go back and review the video lessons if you're not sure. Excuse me, Miss Horn made a typo, guys. You know I do that sometimes. I meant to say Lesson 17 test, unit test. Okay? So, it's been great visiting with you today. I hope y'all were able to get all this in. And we'll see you next time. Thank you, guys.